Okay, so let's start making the God mode for Pokemon Essentials version 19. Now, version 19 is actually a transitional version between 18 and 20. So there are going to be things that are similar to 18 and similar to 20. So I have just made these notes so that I can remember what exactly to do. And let's just start making the God mode. So first of all, let's just start copying the Nirvana map. In order to do that, I'll first open the game via hacking, and then I'll open the Pokemon Essentials version 20 God mode that was already shared before. If you don't know where that is, you have not seen the whole guide, and I will still be adding the link in the description though. So in the Essentials version 20, I'm just going to copy the Nirvana map. Just go back to version 19, paste it here, and then after that I'm just going to start initializing the variables. So I'm going to open this, change the maximum to whatever it is, +4, and after that I'm just going to select the first value that I added, which is 101 in my case. I'm going to select that, click apply, OK, and do that again. And after that I'm going to open the script copier, so it should be inside the GM toolkit, and here you need to open the terminal, minimize the folder, and after that just type python script copy and press enter. Now this is version 19 and above, so we are going to select yes, press enter. The check variable was 101, the map number is here again, so 22, the coordinates are 14, 23, and once that is done, we are ready. I'm just going to use 8 to clear the screen. And now first of all, we are going to start creating the plugins. Now that's where the first note comes. So it's not actually the first one, but basically the God mode plugins don't work in version 19. So what we need to do is create the plugins and then paste them inside the scripts. So how we are going to do that? First of all, let's just select the first option, press enter. Now it will be asking you for the path to the folder, to the plugins folder. So what you need to do is go back to the games folder that you're hacking, and inside that you should have a plugins folder. If you don't, just create one, it doesn't really matter. So just open the plugins folder, just click on the address bar, copy it, go back here, paste that, and press enter. After that you can see there's a new folder created, that is the God mode. And in that, what I am going to be doing is I'll just open this up with VS Codium. You can use Notepad, it's not really a problem. I'm just going to use VS Codium because I like that. So I'm just going to go into each file, and then I'm going to be copying all of this and pasting it inside the scripts. So let's just do that. I'll select everything and I'll start copying that. So here I'm just going to the scripts editor, go to the bottom, and before the main I'm just going to add a new separator, and I'll just add another script and I'll name it as input. Anyways, I'll just paste whatever I copied before, I'll apply that, and I'll add new script, and I need to go back to VS Code first. So this is the scripts folder. I'm going to be explaining these scripts later, I'm just copying them right now. So I'll just copy all of this, and I'll go back to the scripts and paste whatever is copied. After that I'm going to copy the next script, so that's going to be the PBS extract script. I'll just select everything again, I'll copy that and go back to the scripts. I'll add another one and name it PBS extract script, and I'll paste that here. Also I need to rename this. So these were the God mode scripts. Next up is going to be the serialized data script. Again, I'm going to explain this later on. I'm just copying them for now. So let's just go back here, insert another script and just name them accordingly. Paste it here. Also, these names do not actually matter. You can name them anything. And then I'll just go back again and copy the Nirvana scripts. So let's just copy all of that, go back here, insert, and add Nirvana scripts, paste. Once that is done, you can you can ignore the meta.txt. This is useful in version 20. So let's just start explaining the scripts here first of all. So the module input is actually just reinitializing the module input, because since version 19 they have started using a different type of input, and I could not add these keys into version 20, so I had to create this new plugin for that. You have already seen all of this before and you know how that works. So this is basically just the same as before. So F7 will toggle the debug, Alt will toggle the Godspeed, and F6 will use the teleport or teleport back functions. But this time we do not need to add a new variable or add anything to the controller scripts, because all of that is removed from the game. So this is just for the inputs. And also we do not have F10 or F11 in this game because they have removed that. So we are going to be using the heal scripts from the debug menu. So let's just get to the God mode scripts. Now I'm going to be skipping over the things that you have already seen before. So we have these Pokemon choose Pokemon ID and item IDs and move IDs. The only difference is that this time we are getting the maximum amount of species or basically items or moves using a different method, which is game data species.count or game data anything else.count. Now this .count exists in version 20 but it doesn't in version 19, so we are going to be copying that from 20 to this. But everything else is pretty much exactly the same as before. So you can see this is just asking for a number, and if the number is not equals to 0, then we are just getting a number. After that we have the teleport and teleport back scripts. Again, these you have already seen before and know very well how they work. If you don't know, then you should see the guides before. I'm not going to be explaining everything in every single video. Next up is the default frame rate. Again, you have seen this before and have seen the Godspeed before. The toggle debug is again working exactly the same as version 18. The party heal is exactly working the same as before. New select style is the same, toggle select style is the same, add storage boxes is the same, and get Pokemon level is the same, and get all Pokemon is the same. But the only thing different is going to be the variables that they use. So before we were using bag max, maximum experience or experience max something, but this time we have different variables here. So this is the max level in version 19 and 20. And similarly we have this game data species.count. Again, this count does not exist in version 19. We will have to add that later. So let's just get back here. So let's go to the Pokemon PBS extract scripts. Now this is a bit different from before. So we have this time basically a different type of like extraction. So here we are first of all creating the IDs just like before, and if the directory exists, then it if the directory exists, then it does not create it. If it doesn't, then it creates it. After that we are using the pb save id file, so that's a new function that I created, and giving them the species, item, move, or ability. So the pb make trigger is exactly the same as before, so this basically opens the file and adds 1 to it. So I'm not going to explain that, but we have some new functions here. So extract data from game data is going to be a new thing. So here what we are doing is basically first of all checking whether or not that exists. If it does not exist, then it will just basically give us an error. If it does exist, then it will basically get the name or the module. So for example, let's just go to the function here. Okay, so here we have the game data and file name. So game data is going to contain these 4 things. So this colon species is going to be containing all of the information about the species in the game. So here we have data list is equals to pb extract from game data. So here we are giving it the species, and after that it is checking whether or not the species exist, and if they do, then we are just getting the data from the species, and after that we are just creating a list of that. So we are basically getting all of the names, if I remember correctly. So let me just check it once. So we have the id I.2. So okay, yeah. So we are basically getting the names of the particular items from that list. So when we give it species, it is basically getting all of these species names here. If we give them item, then it is getting back the list of items. Same for moves and abilities. And after that, I am using manual IDs. So I'm just creating a new variable and giving the ID to it manually. And after that, I'm just adding it to the output and just saving the file. So the method is exactly similar for all three. So I just created a new function for each of them. So we have Pokemon list, item list, move list, and ability list. After that, we have serialized data. So this is actually going to be used for general. So basically we need to create the serialized array of arrays which contains all of the actual names of species, items, and moves. So the IDs that we got earlier were not the actual name of them. So these will get the names that you can see in the game, and this will basically create the gm underscore ids.dat, which will get the actual name of those files. So we are going to be using these. If you want to check what exactly these give the output as, you will have to go through some code and try to print the output of these, because I'm not going to explain exactly what's going on. So next up is Nirvana scripts. Now I'm not going to be explaining everything here because of the fact that almost everything is exactly the same as before, but the difference is that instead of adding the codes inside some of these NPCs, what I have done is I just create a new function for them. So this is exactly doing the same thing as before. So it is giving the Pokemon's Pokeras, but the difference is I have created a function for it, and the function is inside the Nirvana scripts. So these are exactly the same as before, so you do not need to know anything if you have seen the Nirvana video before. So I'm just going to be saving this, and I'll just go back to the scripts now, and we have the cash trainer Pokemon next. So I've selected the second option. Now here we have battle underscore catch store mixing is the name of the script that we need to edit. So I'll just go back here, or what we can do is just search for this. So I need to search for game data item.get ball is okay. So I just need to search for this is snag ball. So I'll just press Ctrl Shift F is underscore snag underscore ball. So after searching that, we get the item battle effects. So or we need to go to the Poke battle common. So we need to go to this particular one and click on jump, and here you can see this is the one that we need to edit. So just go to the line above this, press enter, paste the line that's copied here, and then just select all these 5 lines and just press tab to indent it, and after that just add an end. Click on apply, and the cash trainer Pokemon should work now. Next up is going to be the choose move modification. So I'm just going to select that, and after that we need to search for pb choose move list. Okay, so let's just search for Ctrl Shift F, and we will type def pb choose move list. Okay, so we are here with the editor utilities. So we need to go to this particular one and just click on jump. And here what we need to do, let me just check again. So this tells us to replace the function with the copied function. Okay, so we just need to select all of this and just press paste. Ctrl V. Just click on apply, go back here, and we need to do the Pokemon modification. So that's going to be 4. Press enter. Again, we need to just replace this function. So pb choose species list. I'll just again search for that. So def pb choose species list. Click on jump, select all of this, paste, press enter, press apply. Go back here. So the choose Pokemon modification is done. Now we are coming to the debug modifications. Now here we need to do something a little extra, so let's just go to the first one, which is add items modification. I'll just click on I'll just type 5 and press enter. Now I need to go to the debug underscore menu commands, so that's going to be somewhere here. So this is the one, and here what I need to search is add item. Okay, so I'll just search for add item. Okay, now here what we need to do is just wait, let me check. Replace the whole menu handler with the copied one. Okay, got it. Before I do that though, I need to still check for things that we need to change, so I'm just going to add it here. And now we have things that are different. Okay, so instead of this particular thing, which is the :debug menu, I need to remove that, and I need to add quotes, and I need to add the add item here, I think. Okay, so I'll just copy that. I'll paste it. Oh, I need to remove all of that. Okay, no problem. So I just remove this, paste add item here, and after that I'll just go back and see the name item is still the same. The parent we need to change, so here the parent is items menu. We need to change that to this, and after that I think the rest of the things are exactly the same, so we are ready to delete this. So add item, items menu. Yep. Okay, so that's done. Let's just apply that, go back, and we have the god mode scripts. So let's just press on 6, press enter, and now we need to add this. So I'll just go to the top. Okay, so this is the top one. I'll add my new menu here. So just paste whatever you had here, and you will need to change some things again. So oh, I think we also need to change one more thing in the items, the items adding script. So I'll just search for add items or add item. Yeah, we need to change this. So we have debug menu commands here. Just copy that and change the menu handlers to that, and instead of add we need to have register. Apply. Okay, so let's just go back to the god mode scripts, and here we need to first, let's just copy this here, debug menu commands.register, and go to the god mode scripts, change all of these menu handlers.add to debug menu commands.register. So I'll do that for all of these, and after that I will change these to a new quotes, and I'll just name that god mode scripts, or let's just say god mode menu. Let me just check again. So this is field menu, so we'll just name this god mode menu. This is creating the main menu, and these three are going to be the sub menus. After that, what we need to do is change the parent to main inside quotes. The rest can remain the same. After that, we need to change these. So this is going to be the selection style toggle. Okay, so we'll just name this toggle select style, and after that we are going to change this parent to god mode menu, and do the same for the rest of them. So I'll just remove all this and name this extract IDs, so, or maybe IDs extract script. This name does not actually matter. This is not going to be used later, so you can name this anything, but don't name it anything that's already inside this particular menu. So let's just change this to god mode menu and add the quotes, and finally do the same for this one. So this is going to be generate God mode IDs. Now again, you do not need to know how this is working, you just need to use this. We'll change the parent to God mode menu and click on apply. Let me just check one more time. So the God mode menu is here, toggle select style, IDs extract, generate GM IDs, parent is main, and the parent is correct. Okay, let's just go back here and we need to change pause menu modifications. So now this is where the notes come in again. So version 19 is actually using the old style of the menus. So what we need to do is actually exit the script and open it again. Now this time we are going to be selecting no. Change the variables to anything actually, because it doesn't really matter. We are going to just oh, actually it does matter. So you need to add the correct variables here. So x coordinate is 14, y coordinate is 23. I mean, the module input can be any number because we are not going to use it. So I'm just going to add 0 here. Now here we're going to go to the pause menu codes, just select 2, select 1, and go back here and find the pause menu scripts. So that should be here, UI pause menu. And you need to do the exact same that we did before. So add these variables. Those spaces are just for aesthetics. Go to the debug line here, press enter, select the second script, go back here, paste it, click on any else if and just go above it, and here just select the third one, go back here, paste it, click on apply, okay, and save. At this point I think Pokemon Essentials version 19 God mode should be done. Let me just check again. So we have used the old menu, we have changed the plugins to scripts, we have to do this particular thing now, and debug menus using, so this we just did before when we changed the menu handler to debug commands. And after that we need to, oh yeah, we need to do this. So this is the copy count method. Okay, so we need to go back to the version 20 of Pokemon Essentials God mode that's pre-made. Go to the scripts, press Ctrl Shift F and search for module game data. After that we have this game data, first line module game data. Just go to this one, and inside that you need to search for count. So we have this here. Just select all this, copy it, and just go back to version 19. Open the scripts, Ctrl Shift F, module game data, go to this one again, jump here, and here we do not have any count function, so we need to add that. So I'll just add it below keys, paste that, correct the indentation, and click on apply, okay, and save. Okay, so we need to extract the IDs and serialized IDs. You need to do both of them, otherwise this will not work. So let's just go back and start the game, and let's just try the Godspeed. So Godspeed is working. Let's open the game, and we need to first enable the debug mode. So F7, go to the debug menu, and here first of all we need to go to the God mode menu, generate serialized data. So that's done, I think. Okay, yeah, I forgot to mention this, but I have not added a message to the generate serialized data, but I will add that, and you will most likely get a message that the serialized data is extracted. But if you want to see this file will be generated inside the data file, so the gmids.dat. Just go back to the game and generate IDs folder. So that's done. Now we can go back and actually start using the God mode. So let's first try the F6. So we have been teleported to the Nirvana map, and it seems to be working. So let's just go back using the menu, and now let's try the add items. So we need to go to debug, we need to go to item options and click on add item. So it seems to be working. Let's just start adding something. So let's go to the item lists, and here let's say we want the soothe bell. Okay, so we need to add 79 here. Let's add that. So it already said we got it, but let's just go to the bag and we have soothe bell here. Okay, so that works. Let's also try adding a new Pokemon. So let's just go to the Pokemon options, add Pokemon. It seems to be working, but let's just try it. So let's go to the Pokemon list, and also let's get Tentacruel. So let's just go here. That's going to be 73. Select that. I want it at 5 level. Okay, so no, I do not want to rename that. Let's just go to Pokemon, and we have Tentacruel here. Okay, so what else can we test? We can also test the debug mode inside the Pokemon menu. So here we can see we have moves. So let's just change this. Okay, so let's just add a move that Bulbasaur cannot learn. So we can maybe get Dragon Rage. So that's 79. So we can select that. Bulbasaur learn Dragon Rage. Okay, so let's just go to the summary, and here we have Dragon Rage. So the God mode works. And if you want my help, I'm always available on the Discord server, but make sure that your account is actually 24 hours of age or more. Otherwise, my server will automatically ban you. That's all for this video. Next up is going to be version 20.